Utilizing a brace is a great option to limit extra stress on the tendon when you're not gaming, especially during daily activities that might also irritate that tendon. And as I've said many times during my other pieces of content, with tendon rehab, we still want to emphasize movement because movement helps to restore function and reduce pain for your tendon. But we have to do it with specific exercises and movements. However, there are situations like performing other movements that might irritate your tendon where we do have to limit that stress and allow for the tendon to properly heal and recover. So when is the best time to utilize a brace? I want to go over several situations with you guys so you guys can make the best decision for yourself. The first situation is during the initial stages, which is the first 3 to 5 days when you start to feel your pain. And in this stage, your tissues are a little more sensitive because of the inflammatory processes, which means they can't handle much. And that means you have to keep it on at all times. If you can manage keeping it on while you're playing, definitely do that. But if not, I want you to keep it on before you play, after you play, and also when you sleep. Because when we're sleeping, we have the potential to place our wrists and our hands in awkward positions that might also irritate the tendon further. So we want to keep it on at night as well. The second situation is during an expected flare-up during your recovery process. So during the 6 weeks, people often, because they're feeling so good and because they've been doing the exercises so consistently, they feel that they're able to just jump back and play just like they did before. And it's often maybe 1 to 2 hours past their endurance limit, and that irritates the tendon. And so during those times, I want you guys to keep it on before you play, after you play, as well as when you sleep. So how do you actually use a brace? I think it's pretty straightforward, but this is a Salmons Preston wrist brace with a thumb spica. And I know that's a mouthful, but I'm going to leave the description and the information in the guide so you guys know exactly where to get it. To put it on, you just slide your hand through, tighten the thumb strap, tighten the wrist strap, and the goal is to make sure that your wrist and your thumb aren't able to move. And the reason is because the tendon that's causing your pain in this area is responsible both for thumb and wrist movement. So you want to prevent any stress to be placed on it by limiting it through the brace. So just a quick review, during the initial stages, which is the first 3 to 5 days, I want you guys to keep the brace on at all times, and that's only if you can tolerate keeping the brace on while you play. If not, just before, after, and when you sleep. And afterwards, when there's a potential flare-up, you guys can keep it on just before, after, and when you sleep. And that's typically between weeks 1 through 3. Afterwards, if this happens to recur or you feel that you irritate your tendon during any sort of daily activity, it's up to you. You will know your body better as you progress through this program, and you'll know how to make the best decision on when to use it and when to limit stress on the tendon.